the achievements that we have made as a country is embracing technology, especially in this century. So with in the research section, we are using much technology to monitor the animals, such as camera traps, and some are AI generated where they can sense any movement especially in the rhino sanctuaries. We use the camera and the normal camera traps also, and then we use drones to to count the populations in the ecosystem.
Wow.
We also use the digital conservation tools such as the Earth Ranger and Smart tool that is used to collect data, real-time data in the wild. These are mostly used by rangers, and they help so much so that for example, if there is a case of human-wildlife conflict, then it's dealt with timely. And then for another example is in terms of bird conservation, we have embraced the use of citizen science data tools that using of BirdLaser and Kenya Bird Map. These are mapping tools where that can be used by anyone, any citizen. So you key in the data and then you submit, and this data can be used by the scientists to put meaningful outputs out here.
Brilliant. Yes.
Thank you. I'm a happy guy because of the presidential tree planting initiative, the 15 billion tree planting initiative.
That was my next question, to ask if it's something that is over ambitious or it's something that we can achieve. So maybe you can give us your thoughts and then we can talk about that later.
Yes. He's been very intentional since the day he was elected. That speech at Kasarani, we had him saying about climate change and focusing on tree planting. With the 15 billion, so far we have almost done 1 billion, which is below par, considering that the target is 10 years. But what's unique with that is every state department, every industry, every individuals, the community are all involved in tree planting. And now with the inclusion of the climate works through employing the youth, they're still continuing to grow now the trees, not planting.
Yes.
Now they're planting and nurturing. And because of that, I'm sure the country is going, if not to achieve the 15 billion, I'm sure we are going to do almost 10 billion.
Okay.
Yeah, if we continue with the trend.
Okay, right. Wow, we have 4 more hands. Okay, fine. Maybe now we can just speed up a little bit because I feel like we need to move on to the next question due to interest of time. So we'll start off with you.
I'll commend what the government is doing.
Yes.
But I also feel that there's an opportunity for us to improve. It's useless to educate you about something and you don't tell someone what you've learned. Education is not education unless you apply it. Okay?
Right.
So we need to be practical in what we are doing. Let's show practical examples. And also, for example, if you talk about wetlands, if I ask you what's a wetland, not many people know. Okay? The only day you talk about wetlands is maybe the International Day. Yet you have swamps at home, which are wetlands. And these are the richest in terms of biodiversity.
Yeah.
Okay? And indigenous knowledge could actually tell you that. Okay? So if we can utilize this local knowledge that we have education at our tips. But now, how are we utilizing that? Look at the hills when you are growing up, maybe 20, 40 years ago. You could find that hills were forested.
Yeah.
What is happening today? Most of the hills actually were left so that the animals could exist in. These are where birds could be staying and helping in pollination. Okay? And now we are struggling because of food insecurity, yet we have brought down the trees that were, yes. And also, I'll acknowledge what the government is doing when it comes to green energy, use of green motorbikes, use of things that used to have the carbon produced into the environment that was in higher output. Okay, so that is something that I'll acknowledge that the government is really doing something.
Okay.
But we can do more when it comes also to waste.
Okay.
Waste is just a resource that is misplaced. Let's be innovative. Let's teach our children how we can convert the waste to a resource.
Speaking of that, we actually have Ngudiro here, Engineer Ngudiro, and we featured him a while back. He's doing something, I'm not sure if many of you know, but he is transforming water hyacinth in Lake Naivasha to eco-friendly material. So maybe you can tell us more about that.
Thank you so much. Actually, that's a nice segue because I wanted to get into that. So on the private sector, I think a lot is being done on conservation and environmental awareness, and I actually applaud it because we are having a lot of steps being done by both startups and also like big corporates. So what we do at Higher Park is we convert water hyacinth, as you mentioned, into biodegradable packaging material to replace the banned plastic bags.
Yes.
And so we work with the fishermen in Lake Naivasha, creating employment for them, and also we have a whole team of engineers who do the whole conversion. And that also applauds to how private citizens have also taken up getting away from the regular plastic bags that we banned as a country, and then we all agreed to get into alternatives, which I also think is a really good thing. Also, we've seen a lot of the private sector getting into electric mobility, which is right now a thing in Nairobi. You are seeing electric buses, e-bikes, and also all that. So I think as much as the government is doing well, also the private sector is also doing well.
Okay, brilliant.
I would love to